everyone, Fiona from I Respect Online here, still in sunny San Diego. We've just finished the conference. I know I've got a lot of audience out there who are into startups and have had their own entrepreneurial journey. And I was listening to the story behind the brand that I'm going to talk about in a moment, and I thought it would be of interest to all of you out there. So I'm introducing you to Emeric
Ernoult, if you're saying the American way.
He's actually the founder of a platform called Agorapulse. There it is there. And it's a platform that I use, and it is really handy if you're a social media manager for managing all your various content across all of the platforms. But the thing is that it's a success story as a startup, and you weren't always successful at the start when you first jumped into entrepreneurial life.
It's been a success story for the last 18 months, 2 years somehow, but before it was a failure story.
Okay, so explain your journey a little bit to the audience. So where you came from to get the idea, and then what got in the way before you found success.
So we're going to try to make it very short.
Yeah, very short. Yeah.
It's a 20-year story, so we're going to try to make it 30 seconds.
We can do that, well, 2 minutes.
So first of all, I used to be a business lawyer, M&A, for an American law firm back in the days, 1996. Started the business with my co-founder in 2000, and we failed between 2000 and 2009. We just had 3 different projects in the same company. They all failed. When I say failed, the first one fell completely, no revenue, nothing.
All right.
The second one semi-failed, like a little bit of revenue, but not even enough to pay myself. So we could only pay my co-founder. And the third one, it was semi-failed plus.
Okay.
So basically, the level of revenue with the first one was 0. Level of revenue with the second one was $100,000 a year, which is close to 0.
Yeah. If there's more than one of you,
exactly. And the second one was probably around $250,000 a year max. So this was where we were.
Yeah.
The current project, which we started in 2012, is now at 7.5 million annual. So it is kind of successful, and we're 54 people. And it took us. We started in 2012, and we got profitable in 2015, November, the end of 2015. I remember the month because when we hit profit, I booked a trip to Brazil for 3 weeks.
Yay, awesome.
Booked a house on the beach on Airbnb
for
3 weeks. No, for the whole family, for my wife and my kids and I.
I was going to say, come and work for this guy who sends you to.
And what's special about our story as well is that we have not raised money. So we've raised very little money.
That's really amazing to do that. Yeah.
And in our industry, it's rare. And the people we're competing with have raised, I think the biggest one I've raised $165 million, and the second one has raised to date $100 million. So we've raised $0 million, which is a round number, so it's easy to remember. When I'm asked how much have you raised, let me think 0. It's very easy to remember.
Yeah, it is. Well, one of the things that I do on the side that is mentor young entrepreneurs through as a part of a program called the Upstart Challenge, and they get me into mentor. And something that I really wanted to talk to both young entrepreneurs out there and a lot of you watching today is that it's okay to fail. In fact, I think every successful entrepreneur has failed at some point with something, and you need to know that it is a journey about finding the right mix for people, and that especially in a gig economy is one of the things that I think is a little bit of magic out in the air, that people think, it's a bit like saying I'll start up a Facebook page and everyone will come without doing anything.
No.
I'll start a business and I'm going to be rich. No. And it doesn't work like that. You actually have to work hard, and you have to find the right people around you to help elevate you as well. And I think this is a really wonderful story because of what resonated for me was hearing that you didn't have to go searching for a lot of money, and that's what I see a lot of people doing, particularly locally. They're always on the looking, trying to get this, money behind them, and you can do it without, but you will have to work hard, and you would have worked long hours to get it there.
You actually should do it without raising money. Just keep in mind, 0.01% of businesses that eventually get to some level of success do not raise money. Well, 0.01 do raise money, and 99.99% do not. So if building the business of your dream means raising money to do it, you have 99.99% chances of failing, which is not something I would want for my business.
It's not great odds.
So you really want to build a business that you can build without having to raise money.
That's right,
my
without
point.
owing it. And that's one of the things I think is important, because if you do end up with a lot of money, or particularly if they're loans you have to pay back, if anything goes wrong in your business, even if you try to sell out, you might still find yourself in a lot of debt. Or if anything goes wrong, so if you hit a legal challenge or something like that. So it's really important to cover those risks. So hopefully, another question.
If I may give a couple of
Go for it.
useful tips. So
Tips,
first
please.
tip, and it's all about raising money and entrepreneurship and all these topics. Read the book from Ren Fishkin called Lost and Founder.
Okay.
Lost and Founder for Ren Fishkin. It is the best. I wish I had this book 7 years ago when I started the Agorapulse. Even more so 19 years ago when I started in business.
Yeah.
The book came out a year ago, so it was not there when I needed it the
there
most.
you go. Okay.
Thank you, Ren Fishkin. Couldn't you write
Couldn't
the
have
book
written
before?
it earlier, yeah.
Well, he had to go through the experience he went through with SEO Moz. He's the founder of SEO Moz. So that's the first thing. I absolutely, definitely read this book. Second thing is making money, becoming rich, whatever, is the worst motivation ever
Definitely
for
agree
creating
with
a
that.
business. And I am saying that very humbly because that was my motivation when I started my first venture in 2000. And it's a horrible motivation because you know what? It's going to be 10 times harder than you think. It's going to take 10 times longer. So if becoming rich is the motivation, you're going to dry out very quickly because you're going to bump into so many problems and issues, and you will not be rich, that you will say, okay, I give up. It's just problem and I'm not rich. So the motivation should be about the journey. The motivation should be about, this is what I am meant to do. This is what I love to do. It should be all about the passion and the journey. If you enjoy the journey and you're passionate about what you do, you'll get somewhere.
That's right.
If you're chasing the money, your chances are thin. That's my second. My third is about the passion. You have to love what you're doing.
Yes.
It's so hard. But if you don't love it, you're doomed to quit. You're really doomed to quit. So make sure that you do something you love and you don't do something because, okay, I have an idea for a business, I'm not sure I like it, but apparently there's a market for it, let's go get it. It's probably a sign of, giving up pretty quickly.
And if it does have some success, it may not last long, or you might get challenges. I do see some people do that sort of journey. They just grab lots of ideas and just launch them really quickly. And if you're really only motivated trying to make a lot of money, you may actually spend too much, and you need to actually be able to put money behind you, particularly if you need to be able to pay other people. So you've got to really make sure you have a great strategy behind what you're doing, and that you have a plan, and that passion is everything, I think.
Everything.
And also, I think you also will find more like-minded people around you. People who are passion-driven about their business, I think, are much nicer to deal with, and they actually have the best customer service. The customer service at Agorapulse is awesome. You cannot get better than it. And if you haven't used it and you do need to use some sort of management program, please look into it. No, they're not the bottom line cheapest that you can get, but they do have the best program that you'll get, and they'll help you out with so many things. So go and have a look at their free tools. So we'll put up some links on the end of this. This was a very impromptu video. We haven't really planned it too well.
No.
But I was listening to some other things that Emeric was talking about earlier, and I just thought, I was going to interview him totally differently, but then I decided, there was that passion. That's what I wanted to share with you. And so, there we are. And thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you, Fiona.
No
My
worries.
pleasure. I think it turned out very well.
It did, and we look all right for having been days of.
We look okay.
days of conferencing. All right. See you all next time.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.